everybody, it's Gypsy, and welcome to On the Edge of Appalachia. So yesterday I said that I was experimenting with my sourdough, and I am very new at sourdough, to see if I could make it ahead of time and refrigerate it, to make it easier for me to plan my cooking and baking schedule for Thanksgiving. So I did research, and I could swear that AI told me that you refrigerate it at the bulk fermentation part. And when you're ready to bake it, you take it out and you leave it on the counter for an hour to bring it up to room temperature. So I did that. Now I took it out of the refrigerator this morning, and I thought I would look this information up again just to verify how long to have it out and what to do. I could find nowhere that it said to refrigerate during bulk fermentation, which is the longest period of unproven fermentation, whatever. Everything I was reading was saying that you do it after you form your dough at that part, like when you're putting it in your proofing basket or whatever. So anyways, I thought, oh Lord, I ruined it. There was one woman I watched her video, and she did it at the bulk, and she said it's not a lost cause and not to worry about it. So anyways, another thing I found out is an hour is not enough time to get it to room temperature. I took this out, it's 10:30 right now in the morning. I took this out at 8:30 in the morning. My bowl is still cold. This is still cold, but it's showing signs of reactivating, and you can see the bubbles. It's showing signs of fermenting. And when I poke it, yeah, it's popping back up, not all the way, like it pops up quickly, but then stops more at the top. It's almost there. So what I'm going to do is I am going to, as soon as it's ready, it's all, like I said, almost there, I am going to shape it. And then I will let it proof for an hour or two. I think I might do that while I go to the store, go to the store while it's proofing. Now, this recipe is not your typical sourdough. This is like a basic, simple sandwich bread. So, one, I am not baking it in my Dutch oven or at high temperature. This one, you do in a loaf pan, like sandwich bread, and you bake it at 375. So, hopefully, this experiment works. So when I get ready for Thanksgiving next week, I will know. Do not do it during bulk fermentation. Do it at the shaping point. So anyways, just bear with me and we'll see what happens with this. Okay, so I think this dough is ready. I don't want it to get to the point of overproofing, because then it will go and fall. So I have my pan ready. It is greased. So I'm just going to shape this the way I want. Please excuse my mess in here. I have been doing a lot of cooking and baking. Sourdough. I think it's so fun. So, my experiment. We're going to see how this goes. At least I know where I went wrong this time. If it is wrong, because I swear, when I first looked it up, AI told me at this point, and then you shape it and stuff. So I don't know, but we'll see. So anyways, got this shaped. Now with, whoops, we're still stuck here. With this sandwich loaf, there is no need to score it. So I don't have to worry about that. I hope this, I'm new at this, everybody, so, you know, for all you professionals out there, chime in with any advice or whatever. So I'm going to cover this dough up, and I'm going to just let it proof for 1 to 2 hours. I have to go to the store. That's my only concern. And I can't wait too much longer because of the, you know, I hit that 3 o'clock wall. So anyways, we'll see what happens. Keep your fingers crossed. Okay, so I went to Aldi's, just got back, perfect timing. I'm preheating the oven. Now here's something I've noticed different with sourdough than with baking anything else. You know, you preheat your oven. When the beeper goes off on your oven, it means it's preheated. Every recipe I've looked at for sourdough, whether you use a Dutch oven or not, it tells you to preheat the oven for a half an hour. So what I'm doing, I turn on my preheat mode, and then I set the timer for 30 minutes. So when that beeper goes off on the stove, I just leave it. Okay. So this is ready. Yep, it's ready. I have 6 more minutes until it's preheated for 30 minutes. Hopefully, I don't end up with a mess here, or worse. So anyways, I'm going to get this in the oven in a few minutes. And I might put it in earlier. I'm getting a little nervous. I'll show you what it looks like, and we'll see. You'll see how it does. Okay, so the bread is baked. It looks good, other than it is. Oops, I'm stuck here. It's a bit crooked. Oops, dropped something. But it looks good. It raised really. Whew. Anyways, it says I have to let this cool for an hour. I need for the crumb to set. So I'll get back with you in an hour, and we're going to cut it open and see how it tastes. Okay, everyone, so the bread has cooled for an hour. I'm going to cut it and see how it looks inside. I have one, yeah, it's crooked. It's definitely crooked. I have to work better on that next time. I don't know. This, it's still warm. I think the crumb is good. Feels a little bit like possibly it could have been cooked more. I don't know. It was 35 to 40 minutes. I usually do 35 in this oven because it seems to cook faster. So maybe I should have gone a little bit more, but let's see. See what happened here. How it tastes. So, yeah, I think it's a little doughy. It could have used another 5 minutes. Sure tastes good, though. So anyways, my conclusion with making the sourdough dough ahead of time and then refrigerating it until you're going to bake it, I'd say that's really, it works. If I just cook this 5 more minutes longer, I think if I toast it, it'll be really good. It does. It tastes very, very good. And it is nice and light. But yeah, I think that's the thing. And it did not really seem to matter that I did it during bulk fermentation instead of after you form it. But I think next week I'll probably do it after you form it. So, for like holidays and stuff, I think this is a good idea. So I'm going to leave you with that. Blessed be, and make it a joyful one.